What is going on, guys? It is Blink here, back with a new guide. Now, in this guide, I'm going to be teaching you guys a bunch of insane tips and tricks revolving around box fighting. These tricks will confuse and freeze your opponents because they've never encountered players like you mastering these tricks. So guys, let's get started. Now, this first trick is an alternative to doing the Mongraal Classic, and most players now expect the Mongraal Classic, which is a signature backwards ramp edit transitioning to a shotgun shot. Your opponents will wait until you edit the ramp and take a shot right back at you, trading off the damage. Now, knowing how to do the Mongraal Classic is still really good. It's something that's going to be used in-game for a very long time because it's simple and gets the job done. Although adding in this new trick into your mix will confuse your opponents. So what you want to do is edit the wall, and then after replacing your opponent's ramp, you want to create a U-shaped ramp edit, and as you do that, you'll want to stand slightly up your ramp. You'll then jump, or you might not need to depending on where you're standing. You'll then confirm the edit, putting you on top of your ramp. You'll then reset your edit and take a shot at your opponent. You'll be able to shoot right through the ramp because as you reset the edit, your opponent's going to be phasing through it until he jumps. You'll be guaranteed at least one shotgun shot towards him until he jumps to stop the phasing from happening. Now, if he doesn't jump, it's a guaranteed kill because by the time he figures out what's going on, you're already putting in multiple shots into him. Now, let's go a little more in depth on how you should execute this trick in a real in-game situation. So, you'll take your opponent's wall and ramp. You'll then make the U-shaped edit and go for the reset while taking a shot. You'll then pull your AR and continue spraying at your opponent. If he doesn't jump, then you'll get a free kill. Now, if he does jump after the shotgun shot, then that's fine. You'll continue spraying your AR towards your opponent, and as you do that, the ramp will then break and you'll place another ramp quickly. You'll then make a ramp edit exposing your opponent, allowing you to finish him off. Now, say you've got pretty low health and no heals, then there's a way of doing this trick while avoiding damage back. So as you edit the ramp, you'll take your shot, and instead of continuing the AR spray, you'll back away and quickly reset the wall. Doing this quick enough will give you a much better chance of avoiding any damage back. So guys, that concludes this U-shaped ramp edit trick. Adding this to your creative routine will tremendously increase the amount of opponents you eliminate once you've got this down consistently with speed. This next trick is one that will fool your opponents even more than the last. So this trick, you'll basically be tricking your opponents into thinking the ramp is theirs when it's not. Now, to do this trick, you'll phase into your opponent's box by placing a ramp over your head. As you break the wall, you'll jump, which will push you into the box. You'll then pickaxe or shoot the ramp, breaking it. As you break it, quickly turn around and place your own ramp. This will trick your opponent into thinking he's still got the ramp when really you do. You'll then edit the ramp and walk towards the middle and confirm the edit. This will put you on the other side, exposing your opponent. You'll then be able to hit him with a beefy shotgun shot and then finish him with the AR. Now, there's also a second way of doing this trick, which is the way I prefer. So you'll jump into the box and either pickaxe the wall or shoot it and then replace it. Now, instead of walking towards the middle, you'll keep your back against the wall and make a forward ramp edit. This will turn the ramp yellow, allowing you to take a shot at your opponent through the ramp. After taking a shot, you'll jump to avoid taking damage back, because the moment you jump, the ramp will go back to normal, not allowing your opponent to shoot through it. You'll then edit the ramp any way you'd like, exposing your opponent, allowing you to take another shotgun shot for the finisher. Now, what if your opponent places a roof trap? Well, you'll actually want to avoid using the last technique I just showed you, because flipping your ramp will eliminate you. So you'll actually want to use the first technique I explained. The moment you hear trap, you'll edit the ramp and walk forward. You'll then confirm it, allowing you to pressure your opponent without triggering the trap. The reason for this is because as you flip the ramp, it still ends up being above you, not exposing your character model in between the ramp. Now, if you're not feeling comfortable making the edits after getting into your opponent's box, then you can actually use his ramp to phase yourself out of the box. So once you phase in, you hear a trap, then quickly phase out by using the same phase tactic by jumping out as you break the wall. Alright, so this last trick is a great one if you guys like box fighting a lot. So you and your opponents are in a separate box across. If your opponent makes a top 3 square corner edit, you run up your ramp and make a backwards L edit, surprising your opponent with an aggressive push. So what players would usually do is edit one side of their ramp, exposing the other side, which is a great strat. The only difference is that the backwards L edit is meant to catch your opponent off guard, as he isn't expecting a player to be able to run up into his corner edit. Now, doing this is something you'd want to do if you know your opponent's weak. Reason being is that you'll be in his box for the rest of the fight, and anything can happen from there. So basically a one-shot opponent is your go-ahead to run this trick. Well guys, that's it for this guide. Learning all these tricks I talked about will give you such an advantage when fighting around boxes. Just being quick and consistent with these will make you such a threat towards everyone else. These are tricks that aren't really seen in Chapter 2, and every single opponent you come across just won't know what to do to counter them. Add this to your creative routine and master this, and become a bigger threat in days. Anyways guys, thank you for watching, and hope you have a great rest of your day and night, and I'll see you on the next one.